Uno's back again with another video training, and this one is when you start generating leads into your system like this. Okay, what's going to happen is you're going to start bringing people into your team. So this video training, I want to teach you 4 tips to help you build a team that sticks. Okay, I know what it's like to build team, lose teams, build team, lose teams. I want to help you avoid that pain. In fact, so you understand that, and just to help you understand why you would even want to listen to me. I've been in the online world, I guess, for 12 years. However, I've been in the direct sales industry really for 17. And my first 4 or 5 years in the industry was actually offline in door-to-door sales. And that's where I learnt the skills, I guess, on how to build a team that sticks myself. Okay, because when I first started in direct sales, I literally built a team, they all quit. Built another team, they all quit. Built another team, they all quit. And through the process of building teams and losing teams, I eventually was able to develop the skills on how to build a team that actually will stick. And it's not uncommon when someone's new, even into the industry here in the online world, where they start generating leads, they start creating that traffic, but then as they start to build the team, finding that their team quits and they don't understand why and they think they're doing something wrong. So these 4 little tips I hope will help you. And to help you understand even more, okay, I was able to transfer, I guess, the skills I learned in my door-to-door days when I came online and actually built my first business with an MLM company online, my very first MLM. That was back in 2001 after I injured my back and lost my job and had to find a way to work from home. And literally within my first 5 years of building that MLM, I built an organization of people that were generating, over 2 million in sales a month. And even here now with the Empower Network, I've been with the Empower Network now for just on 18 months. And I've been able to build a team, I guess, where I've been able to, earn over $360,000, in just 18 months. So I want you to know, and I'm not sharing that to impress you, I'm sharing that with you to help you understand that these tips I'm about to teach you now are part of what has helped me do that. And sure, my earnings are not average, so please be sure you see our link for average earnings, but part of how you can create unaverage results is by understanding these 4 tips that I'm going to teach you. Okay, because once you understand these 4 tips and you start implementing them in your business, whether you're here with me in Power or whether you're building something completely else, it can actually help you build a team that has unity, okay, which is so key, like a community, almost a culture within your group. So let's get started. What's the first tip? Okay, well, the first tip I have for you is you need to start being a leader for your team before you even have a team. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Okay, you need to start being a leader for your team before you even have a team. And what does that mean? Okay, well, I want you to think about what is it about a leader that attracts you? Okay, what qualities does a leader have that make you want to follow them? Okay, and maybe get a piece of paper and write those qualities down. For example, you might have written down, well, the leader I admire is 100% committed to his or her business. Okay, well, that's key. So you need to be 100% committed to your business too. Okay, and what I mean by this is that there's nothing worse than someone who pitches a different opportunity, every 30, 90 days. Okay, if you do that, your team are just going to lose patience with you. They're not going to see you as someone who is committed, and they will quit. They'll go and move on, join something else, or join another leader that is actually committed to their team. So just that one little thing alone is, if you can be 100% committed to your business and what you are setting out to create, You will stand out from 97% of people who do not behave that way. That's why, like if you've been on my list for a while, for example, or following me on FB, I mean, you never see me promoting anything else, you know. I'm all about the Empower Network, all about anything I can do to help people grow their Empower Network business, and I don't get distracted by any shiny ball syndrome, and I certainly don't go sending millions of different opportunities to my list, even though I have a list and could maybe make a little bit of extra money if I did that. No, and the reason why is I understand a true leader is committed. Okay, so if I want to attract committed people into my business, I need to be committed first. Okay, so write that down. You want to be 100% committed. The other thing is you want to be committed for the long haul. Okay, so if you want your team to be able to overcome the little obstacles that will stumble in their way, okay, you need to have the mental strength to be able to do the same thing. So often what will happen is when you're starting to build a list and you're starting to do your follow-up and you're starting to broadcast to your list and people are starting to notice you and you're being nice and consistent, you're generating traffic and you're capturing leads and you're in the process of, I guess, of building your team, you may only be getting a few people joining you. That is because a lot of people are sitting back and just watching you. Okay, that's what they're doing. They're sitting back and just watching you to see, do you have the mental strength? Are you someone that I want to follow? Because here's the truth. No one's going to follow you unless they think you are stronger than them. Okay? No one will follow you unless they think you are stronger than them, or unless they think that you have something of value to offer them. So you need to be that person. You need to be that strong leader who is committed, okay, who's there for the long haul, who's not going to get distracted by shiny ball syndrome or anything like that, okay, and the kind of leader who has a vision, okay. You've got to know what you're setting out to create before you do. So my vision is absolutely I want to build a team in the many millions, eventually, okay, it's the many hundreds now, but I want to build a team into the many, many, many millions. And this is because my vision is to help people break the chains of generational poverty in all of its forms. And I share this vision all the time. So do you have a vision? If not, get clear on your vision. And if you are with me already in the Empower Network, well then all you have to do for help there is go into your 15K formula and watch lesson 1. Okay, so now you know you need to start being a leader before you even have a team. And you can decide to be a leader right now. That's how you become a leader. You decide to be one and decide to behave like one from day one. So write down those qualities of leaders that you respect, and they're the qualities, they're the behaviors that you want to start being like. Okay, now tip 2, and this would seem like common sense, but I'm amazed how often, it's just not there with some people, and they're wondering why their team are quitting the few people that join them. You need to be someone who takes the time to understand your business. Okay, you need to understand your business. You need to understand the opportunity and the products that you are marketing. Okay, the reason why is because how can you explain or present yourself properly if you don't understand your own business and don't even own the products that you are marketing? And to give you an example, not very long ago I had someone join me, and she told me the reason why she joined me was because the other person who introduced her to Empower as well didn't own all the products, wasn't all in. Okay, so right away that sent a signal to her that that individual wasn't as serious or as committed to her business as I was about mine. So she decided to join me. I found this out all later after she joined, because I'm all in. I own all the products. And I did that from day one. And the reason why it's so important that you own all of your company's products is because how can you go out there in the marketplace and represent something that you don't even own? I mean, that makes zero sense to me. Okay, when I first got started with Empower, really anything, I always buy all the products. I want to, because before I get serious about anything, I want to make sure that what I'm representing has value. It's going to have my name on it. You know, if I'm going to put my name out there as representing something, I need to know that it has value. And my advice to you is that you have the same thinking. Don't represent anything unless you own it, you've gone through it, okay, and you know 110% that it has value. The other thing that happens through you owning all the products and actually using them as well is it actually comes across in your marketing. It comes across without you even realizing in the way that you communicate with other people. And right away, it strengthens your belief in what you're doing, okay, which boom increases your confidence. All leaders are confident and have 110% belief in what they're doing, in their vision, and what the vehicle they've chosen to align in. That's part of what attracts people to leaders, is that belief and that confidence. So if you take the time to get all the products one by one as quickly as you can, and then take the time to go through them, okay, you don't have to spend the next 3 months going through them all at once, but you just go through everything, you know, a little bit every single day, okay, you will find your confidence, your belief, and your actual marketing will actually improve as well, as will your understanding of the business, because it also means if you have someone asking you a question or what have you, you can direct them to the answer in the products. Now, this is a case if you're actually in a company like with the Empower Network, where we market products that teach you how to make money online, that teach you how to develop the mindset and skill set, you know, of a multiple six-figure earner and also a millionaire earner in our industry. But if you're part of a network marketing company that maybe sells health products, okay, that was my case, my first 5 years online. Well, yes, you want to use your products because you want to be a product of the product, of course. Okay, but then you're probably going to need to also invest in how to market products and that kind of thing, which is what I did. You know, pretty much until I found the Empower Network, I was constantly buying courses on how to market and how to do this, how to do that, and then I would sort of share them with my team. But if you're lucky enough to be involved in an opportunity like me with the Empower Network, where the products actually give you access to all of that education, then that just makes your life a little easier, because you don't have to go outside to buy those products, number one. I haven't bought a single how-to market product since I joined the Empower Network myself, okay? And it also gives you an extra gift where whenever any one of your teams asks a marketing-related sort of question, you can refer them to the relevant audio or the relevant video in the products or in your training that will answer it. So tip 2, understand your business opportunity. Take the time to understand it. Go through all the training. Like we have our 8-core fast start commitment videos. It's important that you've gone through that if you're with me in Empower. And then, of course, that you own your products, use them, and know them like the back of your hand. It's just going to help you in regards to your quest to being the kind of leader that can build a team that will stick. Now, the third tip, okay, is to start a team list. Okay, as you start having people join your team, it's a good idea to start a team list. What do I mean? Like I've got mine in my Aweber. Now we're pretty lucky here with Empower. We also have a team mailer, but maybe you don't have a team mailer. Okay, and our team mailer allows us to email our team once a day, so it's a great way of being in contact with your team. So the things you want to do is you want to make sure that you use your team mailer and that you're in regular contact with your team. There's nothing worse than someone who signs someone up and you never hear from them again. Okay, or the only time you hear from them is when they want to sell you one of their own products or pitch you on another opportunity. That's not being a leader in my view, okay, not in any way, shape or form. A leader cares, okay, a leader wants to help their team break through. A leader wants to lift their team up, okay, so a leader is always looking at ways, okay, that they can help their team. And if they're smart, they use systems and tools that help leverage their time to do that. So one way you can help leverage your time is create your own team list. So I'm giving you an example. I've got one here in my Aweber. And what I did is I invested time to create a series of almost like boot camp training emails. Okay, so if you're with, I don't know, Herbalife or some other company, you can do the same thing. You can create a bunch of bootcamp training emails that will help your new team members get up and running. So each of my sort of team emails are scheduled to go out every 2 days so they're not overwhelmed, but it basically walks my team members through the process, how to get set up, how to then get blogging, basically how to get up and running properly with their new business and how to get results. And what I also do is also broadcast to my team. Often there are things going on, or I've created a new video training, or there's something going on in our prosperity team our team needs to know about. So I use the broadcast feature to keep my team plugged in, knowing what's going on, and to offer as much value as I can in forms of trainings and so on. So my team know that they've got a sponsor or a leader above them that's there, okay, who's out there on the trenches with them and who has their best interests at heart. And I know having my own team list and having that in place has made an enormous difference for me over the years. I've done this for years really. Okay, and you can, of course, use your team mailer if you're already in Empower, but it only allows you to email once a day. So that's why I use my team mailer, but I also continue to manage my list through my team list, because there are times I need to email my team more than once a day, okay? Sometimes heaps are going on and I need to email them more than once a day so they don't miss out. Okay, so get yourself a team list. Now, if you're already with me in Empower, well, you know in our how to help your new members get started properly document training, you know that your new team members can just plug straight into my team support system, so they're getting these training emails automatically for you, so you don't have to worry about creating them or anything like that. But if you're not part of my team, someone else's team, create your own team list. Create some follow-ups. And if you're part of a different company, well, do this. It's made an enormous difference for me in regards to building a team that sticks. Now to tip 4. Here we go. Tip 4 has to do with Facebook. Right, look, Facebook is a way to connect with people, okay? People want to feel connected. Okay, so I use Facebook, this is my Facebook here, as a way to connect with my team. And the same way that with a list, you don't want to pitch all the time. People don't want to be pitched all the time. I share music because I'm just like obsessed with music. My mind is like one radio station, it really is. So I share things about music, okay? I share like inspirational articles, I share blog posts, I share my video trainings on there, photos, there's my Kookaburra photos, blog posts here, like really on how to be in business for yourself but not by yourself. So you can really use Facebook as a way not only to connect with your team, but with anyone. Like your subscribers can request to be a friend of yours and get to know you that way. So you really want to get your Facebook sorted out. But then on top of that, you want to also create a Facebook group just for your team. So what does that look like? And creating a Facebook group is really easy. If you just do a search on YouTube, you can see a number of videos that show you how. But my Facebook team group is here, for example. And our prosperity team also has a Facebook group. So even if you're part of a bigger team, don't let that stop you from, taking the reins and leading your own team and starting your own Facebook group too. And even if you're in my team. Okay, yes, everyone can be part of our Facebook group, but don't be afraid to start your own team Facebook group when it's time. Maybe you've got a few members. Go ahead, create your own Facebook group. Be that leader for your team too. And the purpose of the team Facebook group, again, there's no links and things like that. No spamming of any kind. It's a safe place. It's positive. Okay, so there's no customer service requests, no complaining, no technical questions, no links of any kind, unless it's like a YouTube training or something like that. We keep it a very, very positive environment. I want to create a team that has an all-in mentality, that empowered, strong, independent people. Okay, because here's the thing, like one of the biggest mistakes I made when I was learning how to build a team is I suffered from what Kim Claver calls the Mother Teresa syndrome. Okay, I babied my team. I thought that was the way to help them. But then I would lose them, because they were like baby birds with their mouths open and didn't know how to do anything by themselves. Okay, so I had to learn the hard way. No, the way to empower your team is to teach your team how to resolve their own problems, to direct your team to where they can go to get the answers, and to empower your team to become leaders, just like you. by having support systems in place that give them access to what they need 24/7. So you don't need to baby anyone. Okay, you never need to baby anyone at all. In fact, you want to work with your strength in your team, because I have people in my team, and it's true, the reality is in our industry, not everybody that joins you is going to stick. I have people quit too, okay? But my lifetime customer value for every single person I bring in at the 25, in 18 months is already up to the 900. And the reason why, okay, is because of these tips I'm sharing you, and a hell of a lot more too. Okay, a hell of a lot more as well. But these main tips are part of how I've been able to do that. But even in spite of that, okay, of course I have people quit. But I don't focus on those that quit. I don't even know who quits. Seriously. And you know why? Because I am not dependent on my team. And this is key. You need to set the example for your team. Okay, the best thing you can do for your team to empower your team is to set the example and set the pace. You know, the mistake some newbies can make is they sign up a few people and wait for those few people to make them rich. It doesn't work that way. Okay, you need to set the pace and continue, even if it's just helping one person get started a day, then eventually 2 people get started a day. If you do that, you start being seen as a leader, and your team starts seeing you, you know, talking up on stage like my team did in Orlando. Okay, your team starts seeing you getting recognized and you know, earning 10, 20, 30, then 40,000 a month or what have you, then those that will follow you. Okay, the cream will rise to the top and they will follow you. So you don't focus so much on what your team is doing, because you can't control what your team do. It's like trying to herd cats, Jim Rohn says. You can't control what your team or team don't do. All you can control is what you do. Okay, so that's why I said earlier, be what you want your team to be. Be the kind of leader you want to attract into your team. That's all you can control. And if you do that, okay, you will attract those people to you. And it's like the law of averages. Those aces are in that pack. And those aces will come out if you lead by example, set the pace, and do what you can, okay, to build that unity within your team with these tips I'm sharing with you. And starting a Facebook group, as simple as it is one of the best ways to do that. Because here on the Facebook group, just to show you what I sort of do, I sort of any like video trainings that I do for my team, boom, I post it, and hundreds of people, at Full 92 on here at the moment, can watch it right away. Okay, the whole team can actually benefit. Team get on there and they actually ask questions. It's a place that your team can go to answer questions, and we support each other. So what it means is anybody in our team, it doesn't matter who enrolled them, can go into our team Facebook group and ask a question, and then whoever's online at the time, if they know the answer, can help them. So we all support each other, which saves all of us an enormous amount of time, and it means everyone is not, you know, everyone's not left alone, okay? They can get help they need whenever they need it, and they know they have that support and inspiration there. So with my Facebook group, I put trainings, inspirational things, there's questions, you know, things going on in the company, you know, photos, funny things even sometimes, because I believe you should have fun in your business. And I love to laugh, you know, I'm just giving you a few little scrolling down a bit so you see what I mean. So that's after videos, I like to acknowledge people who, you know, who I like to edify people who are doing well, who are actually doing what needs to be done to be successful in our business as well. So you can really use Facebook as a way to help you build that unity within your team. And if you're part of my team already, you know you've also got the Prosperity Team Facebook group as well. And if you're already part of our team, or already part of the Empower Network, okay, when it comes to other ways you can develop the leadership skills required to build a team that sticks, okay, to build that sort of unity, well, all of that high level training, okay, is actually in your master's course. If you go into your master's course, and I've got it up here now, it's actually lesson 30, myths and truths of duplication. If it works, doesn't increase your workload. Clear expectations of keeping your team moving. Okay. Team building beyond the 10K community culture. That's a big one. Okay. Watch number 32. Tunnel vision, keeping the team on the vision of the end result. If you don't own this course, this is high level stuff. We're talking 7-figure income secret stuff, okay? But cult building, cult reinforcement patterns, the education on how to build a team. I mean, it has so many, everything you want to know really is in the master's course. But the master's course leadership training is some of the best I've ever seen in my 12 years in the industry. And it certainly helped me, I guess, take my leadership skills that I had when I first joined the Empower Network to another level, really. It's part of why I've been able to earn what I have, and why, you know, I have the lifetime customer value that I have. So if you're already with the Empower Network, it doesn't really matter what team you're in, okay? You really want to make sure you own the masters, and of course own everything as per my tip 2. Now you understand all the reasons why. So look, I hope you found this training helpful. Please feel free to share this with your teams. Other than that, if you're looking for a leader to join who is here for the long haul, is not going to hit you with all the little bits and pieces and all the rest of it, and you haven't found a home yet, feel free to click my link below, and it'd be a delight to work with you. Take care, and I'll be back again soon.